Jalen Green is arguably the top player in all of high school basketball. But where did this guy come from? And today, I'm just here to explain to y'all his story. So what's good, y'all? It's Matt LBG. The LBG stands for Let's Be Great. And we are back with another story video. If you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, leave a like for more. And without further ado, let's get into the video, man. Jalen Green is a straight up hooper. He has the body and the size of the next great NBA star. He's 6'5", 180 pounds, and oh yeah, he's also a 5-star recruit. And he has completely dominated high school basketball these last couple of years. But this guy hasn't always been at the top. So let's throw it all the way back to where things started. When Jalen was born, he grew up in his hometown in California with his mother. And he often describes his mother as being country. But although he describes her as being country, she became a nurse. And when she became a nurse, she moved the family to Fresno when Jalen was in 3rd grade. And from 3rd grade all the way up to about 5th or 6th grade, he was just like your average kid. He had fun and played basketball outside all the time. And for basketball standards, you could say he was behind the other kids at the time. But by 6th grade, Green was already coming onto the scene in AAU basketball. For those of you that don't know, AAU is basically summer league basketball, like traveling. And during that time, he was looking for many ways to get better. And he did something that was very strange. After his team played another team, he went up to the opposing team's coach and asked him to train him. Now at the time, he was only in 6th grade, so that just shows he has some guts. And I don't know what he saw in this coach, but he had to see something because he wanted him to train him. And very quickly, that same man became one of his very important basketball mentors. And ironically, the same guy that was training him became his stepfather. His name was Marcus Green. Now, however his last name is Green, it has no relationship to Jalen Green. It's just a weird coincidence. And this guy became immediately fascinated by how much he wanted to get better. One thing you need to know about Jalen Green, when he was in 5th, 6th, and even 7th grade, he wasn't a top player. He was already behind the kids his age. So the only thing he needed to do was try to work harder and get better. At one point, Jalen was playing basketball for 3 different teams. One was his high school team and the other 2 were AAU travel teams. One of those AAU teams was in Fresno and the other one was in Oakland. And oh yeah, a little side note to throw in there, he was also training an hour a day, 4 times a week. That's insane. So let's just do a little brief recap. He's playing for 3 teams and also training an hour a day. That's unreal. The guy that was training him goes on to say, he was working out and practicing basketball for 5 hours a day in the 6th grade. If you're watching this video and you know anyone that's been in 6th grade, you just know all they care about is video games and they really don't want to put in work, and 6th graders in general, they just don't work hard. So with that being said, in 6th grade, that's when Jalen Green started to separate himself from the pack. And all this hard work and training that Jalen Green was doing, he didn't stop, he kept going. And most summers when kids are 14, 15, or even 16 years old, they're normally sleeping at 5 a.m. or even when they wake up at about 9 or 10, they're just chilling, playing video games, or going to the beach. But not Jalen Green. His story is a little different. When Jalen Green was going into the 8th grade, his stepfather woke him up every morning at 5 a.m. to go work. And just to start his morning workout, he would run miles in a weighted down vest. And let me just say, this is where beasts start to separate themselves from others. I can almost guarantee you he was probably the only player to be doing this during the summer every morning at 5 a.m. After he would run with his weighted vest on, he would then do his training and basketball workouts. But that's the easy part. He has fun doing that. And after waking up every morning and running and putting in hours and hours of work, he finally got to where he could dunk. And that was a big accomplishment for him because that's just something he always wanted to do. And when he turned 16, he knew, and he even goes on to say, every time I step on the court, I know I'm the best. And the reason he knows he's the best on the court isn't because he has the most talent, it's because he knows he's outworked all of his opponents. And he's not just outworking them now, he outworked them when they was 12 and 13. That's where he got the advantage over people his age. When Jalen Green was just a sophomore in high school and playing varsity, he was averaging 28 points per game. He also pitched in 8 rebounds and 3 assists per game, so he's a pretty solid all-around player. And going into his junior year, you already know he was going to be double and even triple teamed. And despite getting all this attention, he still averaged 33 points per game. And he also picked up his assist. He averaged around 5 assists per game in another 8 rebound season. So he had a great junior season. Oh yeah, a little fun fact and side note to throw in there. He also surpassed the school's career scoring record of 2,000 288 points. And he led his high school to back-to-back state championships. But going into his senior year, he announced that he was going to be transferring to Prolific Prep in Napa, California. I don't know if it's Napa or Napa, so don't kill me in the comments. I tried my best. And currently, that's where he's spending his senior season, and he's had a great start to his year so far. And in all honesty, with this guy already being about 6'6" and weighing 180 pounds, he looks like he's NBA ready. He'll for sure more than likely be a one and done, but we would just have to see. I think Jalen Green is one of the most intriguing high school basketball players that we've ever seen. I mean, he looks so NBA ready, it's insane. And I can't end this video out without telling y'all that he also trains with Stephen Curry's trainer here and there. So you already know he's putting in a lot of work off and on the court. I don't know if he's going to be as good as Stephen Curry, but I think he can definitely get there if he keeps working as hard as he is. If I was you though, I wouldn't take my risk on counting this guy out. He's coming for the top and nobody's going to stop him. But hey man, with all this being said, that's about going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Leave a like for more. 1, 4, 3. Let's be great. I'm out, y'all. Peace.